Burkina Faso to withdraw mining permit from countries refusing to sell military equipment to the nation.
Certaines puissances ont refusé de nous vendre les équipements, ont bloqué les équipements que nous avons achetés dans certains pays parce qu'ils ont la licence de certains composants. Et ces puissances exploitent des minerais au Burkina Faso. Ça va s'arrêter. Nous allons retirer des permis d'exploitation. Vous ne pouvez pas exploiter nos ressources et refuser de nous vendre des équipements, faire bloquer nos équipements. Nous n'allons pas accepter. Nous allons récupérer nos permis d'exploitation et nous allons l'exploiter nous-mêmes.
What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing good. It's a beautiful day. Thank you very much for choosing us. I always like this. This feels good. It's like a caress, like a, like a each, but not a each. Each sounds really bad. Each. Yeah. Thank you very much for choosing us again. You're very much appreciated. It's always good to speak to you, fellas. On the weekend we didn't speak. I missed you, man. I missed you really bad. I missed you so much. But thank you for the people that come sliding into my inbox. I see mostly ladies sliding into my inbox. Thank you, girls. Continue doing that. I like it. Hi, Zack. There's no videos today. No, baby, it's Sunday. I guess I'm going to try provisions video for Sundays now. I follow you twice a day. I like reading some of your comments. It's just, I like that. Okay, let's get back on track. Thank you very much. You're very much appreciated. I see you from all over the place. Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, South Africa, Botswana, Nigeria, Ghana, Sudan, Zimbabwe. Yes, my Zimbabwean people. So the guys say you never speak about Zimbabwe. Why don't you? Thank you, Zimbabwe. Okay, so we are in Burkina Faso. Here's Burkina Faso. That's the map. We always need some geography because some of you don't know nothing about geography. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, this is the map of Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is a West African country. It is an enclave country. It's inside the continent. There's no border to the sea. There's change of regime. This has happened 2 years ago. A brand new regime, brand new president, a young man in the name of Ibrahim Traoré. Very strong human being. 36 years old, nothing like all these other Africans you know. No doubt about it. Now, Burkina Faso is going to withdraw mining permits from countries that refuse to sell their military equipment. So basically, they place orders. Okay, we're gonna buy military equipment from you guys. They send money. Then at the last minute, the country said, no, in fact, we've changed our policy. We are not going to send you the military equipment. Makes no sense, right? But we know what are the reasons. They give no reason, no explanation. So you took our money, it was fine. Now it's time to deliver, you don't want to deliver. Okay, great. Now we are going to do something about it. We are going to take away your permit from mining from our country. Congratulations. Clap hands. Please clap hands. I like that. That's how a man's supposed to conduct himself. You can't be a pushover. Look, fella, I'm a firm believer of a personal respect. You need to have personal respect. If you respect your person, your personal space, you can just command respect from other people. If you carry yourself like a little piece of paper, like, you accept anything, you say yes to anything, you're okay with anything, nobody's going to respect you. And I don't think respect has anything to do with physical strength. Because many people think you need to be strong enough physically to be respected. No, I don't think so. I don't think respect has anything to do with money. Yes, people tend to be hypocritical with people who have money. They pretend to be respectful. It's not respect. They're just hypocrites because you have money. But respect has nothing to do with money. That's why you see an uncle in the family, even though he doesn't have a lot of money, but he knows how to position himself. He's respected. So Burkina Faso, unlike many other African nations, know how to respect themselves. Now they say, you know what, fella? You're a big country, you're a first world country, whatever. I've ordered weapons and machines from your country. You refuse to deliver. Why? Because we chased away the French. Yeah, that's the truth, fellas. So this is what's happening. Burkina Faso, give you context. Burkina Faso was run by the French for many, many years. They were colonized by France for many years. They were beaten up like really, really bad. In the 1960s, they got independence like many African nations. Now the French told them, okay, you little Burkina Faso people, now you can run yourself. You got enough maturity. I think we beat you enough. Now you can run your own country. Then we're gonna leave. But they didn't really leave because then they chose puppets to run the country. So basically, those puppet presidents will do anything to fulfill the French goals into the country. The economy of the country was still by the balls by the French. Now, the Burkinabe people were tired. They've had enough. They toppled the president because the fact that the president was not working for the interest of the Burkinabe people, but was working for the interest of the French. Burkina Faso is a rich country. They have a lot of gold. And many European and Americans and Canadians and Australians come to Burkina Faso to mine gold. And now they say, you know what? No more relationship with you guys. Now, when the French left Burkina Faso, they made them sign a piece of paper. The piece of paper said, okay, even though we're giving you independence, we are going to keep some of our soldiers here in your ground. They're going to be here. It's nothing, bad. It's just friendship. Now, Burkina Faso also, for some time, the French said, we are going to help you fight terrorists in your country. Now, many years after, even though French people were trying to help them fight terrorists, terrorism was not ending. In a matter of fact, it seemed like the terrorists were getting stronger and stronger, like getting more equipment. But I got France on my side. They're supposed to be my friend. They're supposed to be a powerful country, a military nation, whatever you call it. How come my enemies are not getting super drones where they can see things appropriately? How come my enemies have much more intelligence? How come my enemy knows exactly where to strike? It's felt very fishy. Smelled really bad. So some people believe again, allegedly, French people or France was giving intelligence to the terrorists to execute against Burkinabe so that they can justify their presence in the nation. So the more terrorists there are, the more we can say we still need to be here. And the more you guys pay us, because it wasn't a free service being rendered, Burkina Faso had to pay the money for being there. Now, Ibrahim Traoré took over, he took power, kicked out the French. Soldiers, thank you very much. We've tried with you for a long time. It's time for you to go. They've left. Now, what happened here, fellas, which is very important, and I want to attract your attention. When Burkina Faso kicked out the French, immediately European countries and America and everybody else were all against Burkina Faso. Let me repeat myself. As soon as Burkina Faso decided, I don't want no more relationship with France, every European nation found a culprit to turn away from Burkina Faso. This is exactly what Africans don't know how to do. Africans don't do that. Very recently, Mali was attacked by supposedly Ukrainian soldiers that did damage. Most African nations shut up. Nobody says a thing. Maybe one country, I believe Senegal, spoke out a little bit, and maybe it's shameful. No one said, okay, because you guys from your country, you have issues with Russians. Instead of resolving your issue with Russians in your country, you're coming to Africa to unalive African people because you want to get to Russians. This is unacceptable. Don't do it here. Only Senegal opened the mouth. Nigeria kind of opened the mouth, but Nigerian blamed the African nation, the African Union, saying, how come African Union is not saying anything? But the Europeans is different. When Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger kicked out the French, Sweden cut ties with them. Finland cut ties with them. Scandinavian countries started cutting ties with them. They took away the aid. They used to get some of the money from the Europeans. I don't know why Africans like begging. It's very sad, but that's the reality of it. Let's continue, fellas. President Traoré said, some powers have refused to sell us military equipment, have blocked the equipment we have bought from certain countries because they have the license for certain components. We will withdraw these mining permits. You can't exploit our resources and refuse to sell us equipment. Okay, so some countries have blocked the equipment because they have, license to some component of the weapons. And they said, okay, we're not going to allow them to have the weapons because Burkina Faso has turned its face from Europe. Is now being friends with Russia. Now these people don't like it. So they've blocked them from getting the guns, even though they've paid for it. So Burkina Faso said, you know what, fellas? Because you mine by us, we're taking away your license away. You're not going to mine with us anymore. We will exploit them ourselves. The president said without specifying which country it is. Now, this man is very intelligent and he's very special, and I need to say that because he was offered, just a while back, he was offered billions of dollars by the IMF, declining financial assistance from IMF, and this decision marks a significant moment for the West African nation as it navigates its economic political landscape. So what is the IMF? The IMF is known for providing financial support to countries in need. They had approved substantial arrangement under the Extended Credit Facility for Burkina Faso, aimed at addressing the country's balance of payment problem and supporting economic resilience and poverty reduction efforts. However, President Traoré administration has opted to turn down this offer. The IMF and the World Bank, usually they come across helping some countries at trouble, financial, economical trouble. So if you need to build a rail train or you want to build a hospital, you ask the IMF money. They're probably going to send you money to do it. If you want to build school or trying to fix your economy, you go get debt from them. They're going to give you money. But you have to reimburse at a very strong rate. The majority of countries are unable to reimburse the money. So what they do is, once you cannot reimburse the money, then they come and impose their own views in your country, their own system. They can take away things that are crucial to you, infrastructure. They can take away mines. Now, Burkina Faso, very cleverly, as soon as the president came into power, the IMF came. We're offering you money, billions of dollars. Now, unlike most African presidents who jump onto the opportunities, because you can use that money doing anything. That's how they become rich. Fella, if you don't know this, in Africa, president is like king. A president in most African countries is the equivalent of a king. There's nobody to audit his work. So he can spend 30 million on buying houses, 45 million on cars. Nobody's going to say a thing because he's the president. And that's very sad. Now, this young man, just think about it, 36 years old, has perhaps not achieved most of the dreams that many 36 years old won't achieve in terms of finances. Most 36 years old men want to have big houses, big cars, drive like... Look at this president, Teddy Nguema. He lives a lavish life, like a rich person. Like sometimes you ask yourself, is he a president or is he a superstar? This is a young president of a country in Africa. His life is on Instagram. Now, this President Traoré is younger than this guy, but he's not doing this. He refused the money from World Bank. He said, we don't need this because this money is going to turn us into beggars. And this is the way they're trying to control us. Again, fellas, congratulations. Do we say congratulations to this man for saying, since you guys refuse to send us our weapons, we are withdrawing your license from our mining companies. You're not going to work here anymore. We know there's Canada, there's Australia, there's Britain, there's many other countries that are mining in Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso has a tremendous amount of gold. They say we're going to mine our things ourselves. And I think sometimes the best way to make yourself respected is to tell people that you don't need them. Let me know how you feel about this. It was a great pleasure. God bless.